Hello, this is Animation 508. I'm going to talk about a couple things today. I'm going to talk about a hello world for D3PO, and if you don't know what that is, link in the description, although you probably should know what that is. I'm going to talk about Ex Libris Anonymous, and I'm going to talk about a website I started. So let's get right to it. Alright, first we're going to start with hello world, and I'm going to do Latin. We've already had a mystical language, so, Elven, and we've already had two romance languages, I'm pretty sure, maybe one. And of course, romance means coming from Latin, so why not have the original? And lingua latina non es lingua mortua. Alright, let's start. Hello world in Latin is very quick. It's Salve Mundi. Salve is hello. If you wanted to say hello to everybody, I guess grammatically correct would be Salvete Mundi. As if you were talking to the world as a whole bunch of people rather than the world as a specific entity. If you wanted to talk about the world as a specific entity, you would say Salve Mundi. That's getting into syntax. So, Salve Mundi. Salve, hello, Mundi, world. It's very simple, and you actually don't need to worry about the order. In Latin, its grammar structure has to do with the word endings. So you could say Mundi Salve, or Mundi Salvete, depending on how you wanted to say it. Alright, now we're going to talk about Ex Libris Anonymous. Ex Libris Anonymous is a great site, and I feel like I've promoted them a lot, because I already did on my website, which I'll talk about later, and now I'm doing it now, so, double exposure, but they're probably not going to get that much exposure from me. Anyways, the person who runs it, they take a book, and this is an old psychology book, and they find these at, garage sales, or old libraries. For instance, this one was founded from a person named Connie Gifford. And it's still got some of the pages in it, and so we got that. And then it's a journal with a couple hidden surprises built in, and they're really great. This is only $13, and this is perfect for a little English class, like an English journal. And they're just fun to have around. Make great gifts, I think, but I'm not going to try to sound all infomercial on you. So I just wanted to point that out. I'll have a link in the doobly-doo. There you go. On to the next thing. Alright, next we have the last thing on my agenda, which was Simple Story Project, which is the site I'm talking about. It's a site I made this weekend, weekend being February 11th to February 13th, and it's a site that I actually made a long time ago, and then the provider that I was using decided that they wanted to charge money, and being me, I don't have that much money, so I finally got around to buying a domain and getting everything set up. And if you go to simplestoryproject.com, and there'll be a link down in the doobly-doo. Please read the site. There's an about page, and please, please, please submit. It's one picture that you took at some point in time. It doesn't even have to be that you took it today. One story that's in 150 words or less, and just try to keep it up for a year. And you don't have to. I mean, it's really a challenge for me. I just want people to submit. And, yeah. The overall goal is to try to, I'm not going to get very far with this, but it's to try to increase literacy, I guess combat illiteracy, by making people want to tell stories and getting people to tell stories. I'm not going to get into that this time. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote, and you're going to see a picture that complements it, and there you go. Alright, this has been Animation 508, and this is the last you'll see me in this video.
The flowers yearn towards the sun, but why? Their petals are wilted, though the stems are green. Why bother trying when you can't produce a color? The fruits are hanging, and the slightest breeze takes a whole flower of petals. Why make the effort to grow when the reason you were planted is gone? The flowers do only what they know, even in death.